Back once again. This is my prediction for the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson fight taking place in New York City Saturday night. We've got Shakur Stevenson 24-0 with 11 KOs. He is the number one rated lightweight in the world, going against Teofimo Lopez 22-1. He's also the number one rated junior lightweight in the world. So this is essentially a battle of the best between 135 and pretty much under, not under 147, but to the 140 mark when you really think about it, unless they want to go up to against Devin Haney. But let's get back to my prediction. As far as what I'm thinking about this fight, you've got a hyper aggressive and hyper athletic Teofimo Lopez going up against a not as athletically gifted, but definitely has all the prerequisites of a high skill and athletic, slick boxer in Shakur Stevenson. I think this really is going to come down to, can Teofimo penetrate the best defensive boxer right now in boxing? Can he do it? Because if he can, when you watch Teofimo's style, it's more crowd pleasing. The judges could be like, "Oh wow, he's really landing some high end shots in there." If he can penetrate the defense. On Shakur Stevenson's side of things, it's more of, can he keep his defense up and at the same time put out more volume than just onesies and twosies against Teofimo Lopez? Because with Shakur Stevenson, he wants you to come to him and he wants to be defensively responsible, but at the same time pot shot you and hit you with like a 1-2, nice 1-2 combo. He's like I would say a less offensive Floyd Mayweather once Floyd Mayweather moved up to the welterweight division. Because once Mayweather got up to the welterweight division, he was more, as you would say, 1-2 shots, but he would also string together combinations if he had to. But with Shakur, he's more of a 1-2, 1-2. If I know you're hurt bad, then I'll string together some combos together. But for the most part, his game is just playing defense, hit you with clean shots, and he's out of there. He's not trying to really mix it up. Now, against Teofimo, it's going to be interesting because Teofimo, like I said before, is hyper athletic and is highly aggressive. So it'll be an interesting contrast. My prediction for the fight is that Shakur Stevenson will win, and it's because of the defensive responsibility, and it's due to the fact that when you look at Teofimo Lopez, his struggles have always been against boxers, like true boxers who like to move around. Because he is so aggressive, he's almost like a bull sometimes in the ring as compared to a matador of a boxer, which Shakur Stevenson would be in this case. So I believe Shakur Stevenson will win due to his defense and his ability to move around. Now, in his last fight, we can talk about that with William Zepeda. He stayed more primarily on the ropes, but he said he did that on purpose, in contrast to Zepeda's style, which is, I'm going to throw a million shots at you and try to get you out of there. So just looking at that from context, I think Shakur Stevenson will win. And on top of that, if you guys didn't know, Teofimo Lopez is bruised easily. So cumulative damage, as if Shakur Stevenson is landing those clean shots, the cumulative damage on Teofimo's face will show in comparison to Shakur Stevenson. But at the same time, it's interesting. We'll see if Shakur's hands can also hold up, because we know they're also brittle. But overall, this is really a long-winded way of saying that I believe Shakur Stevenson will win due to his defense, mobility, and also when it comes to the athletic point of Teofimo versus Shakur, it's not like Shakur is so far behind athletically in the speed department, foot speed and all that. He's not that far behind. I'm just saying that Teofimo is a better athlete and he's more explosive. So it's not some gigantic gap. It's just that Teofimo's just a little bit more athletically twitchy, of that Roy Jones-esque type athletic build. So that's all I'm saying. But my prediction is Shakur Stevenson will win by decision. If Teofimo wins, it'll also come by decision, but I believe Shakur Stevenson would win by decision. And I believe Shakur Stevenson has a good chin. So, yeah, if Teofimo does win, it would be by decision. And if Shakur Stevenson win, it will also be by decision because Shakur Stevenson doesn't have the one shot knockout power. He really has to place his shots in order to get you out of there. And Teofimo, since he's moved up from 135, his power hasn't necessarily carried. He can hurt you, but he hasn't knocked anybody out. Like you look back at that Richard Comey fight, he hasn't done that at the 140 division. Now he has hurt people at 140 like Josh Taylor, but overall he hasn't carried his power up the 5 pounds, so to say. And Shakur Stevenson power isn't his game, it's defense and precision shots. So again, my prediction is that Shakur Stevenson will win by unanimous decision or split decision. He'll just win by decision in general. I think it should be a good, entertaining fight. The build has been pretty good. I believe it'll be a good and entertaining fight. That's all I got. Thank you for listening.